Lesson 2.3 Core Web Vitals and Page Experience Optimization. For years, the concept of page speed persisted as an ambiguous metric within web performance circles. Measurement tools offered simple timers, but yielded little insight into true user experience. Google's introduction of Core Web Vitals, CWV, has fundamentally changed how enterprise digital leaders approach website optimization. Subjective impressions are no longer enough. Measurable benchmarks now determine who wins and loses on the search results page. These metrics have become non-negotiable, especially for large-scale websites facing fierce competition. The first pillar, largest contentful paint, LCP, quantifies how swiftly the most prominent element above the fold becomes visible. A hero image, featured video, or headline block often serves as the user's entry point, and LCP measures the time in seconds from initial page request to when this element renders on the viewport. Enterprises must meet the target of 2.5 seconds or less to stay competitive. Achieving this at scale requires more than basic image compression. It demands a strategic prioritization of the critical rendering path. Render blocking resources such as bulky CSS, surplus scripts, or delayed server responses, high time to first byte, TTFB, can compound delays, especially on pages with complex layouts. Efficient resource loading, deferment of non-essential assets, and smart server-side optimization ensure the largest content element is prioritized for fast delivery. The evolution from first input delay, FID, to interaction to next paint, INP, reflects Google's understanding of modern user interface expectations. INP measures latency for every user interaction throughout a session, not just the first. For enterprises, the challenge extends far beyond simple button clicks. Complex applications loaded with analytics, trackers, and multifaceted UI frameworks can bog down a main thread, causing interaction delays. The target is stringent, less than 200 milliseconds. Optimizing at scale means adopting advanced strategies like code splitting, asynchronous script loading, and regularly yielding to the main thread to preserve responsiveness. Ensuring that essential UI actions are not queued up behind heavy, non-critical JavaScript is essential to crafting a seamless interactive experience. Cumulative Layout Shift, CLS, tackles the instability that can make websites feel broken or unpredictable. When dynamic ads, banners, or content widgets shift the page after users start to interact, the result is frustration and lost conversions. For enterprise web environments, maintaining a CLS score of 0.1 or less requires careful pre-allocation of layout space. Using aspect ratio boxes in CSS reserves room for images and dynamic modules before they load, preventing sudden shifts. This is especially critical for global brands running multiple ad networks and personalized content flows, where unpredictable elements can wreak havoc on visual stability. Ensuring that dynamic content is anticipated in space is reserved early in the rendering pipeline guards the page against disruptive jumps. A sophisticated approach distinguishes between lab data and field data, CRUX. While simulated tests, e.g. Lighthouse, provide valuable debugging insights, Google's ranking algorithms rely on field data from the Chrome User Experience Report, the real-world outcomes across audiences, device types, and geographic locations. Enterprises operating internationally must recognize that performance in a lab setting doesn't guarantee high scores across all markets. Monitoring the CRUX dashboard allows insight into actual user experiences at the 75th percentile threshold. Regional network speeds, device variances, and multi-platform compatibility come to the forefront, requiring continuous adaptation and investment in distributed optimization strategies. In summary, Core Web Vitals have elevated page experience from an abstract goal to an actionable, strategic imperative. For enterprise web teams, excelling across LCP, INP, and CLS is not just about pleasing users. It is about beating competitors in visibility, engagement, and conversion. The ability to interpret and adapt based on real-world field data ensures that performance gains persist at scale, underpinning business growth in a digital-first landscape.